Hello and welcome back everyone. So in this week's chapter of the Promised Neverland, we got exactly what I and most likely a lot of other people wanted as well, and that was that we finally got some backstory on the world. And I predicted that it was just going to be some kind of invasion 30 years back, but it turns out that the situation is far more complex, and that's what I'll be dedicating this whole review to. Sang-yu, the male demon who is currently providing shelter for the kids, explains to the children just what kind of world it is that they are living in. Emma and Ray try to land a number of guesses, but with each panel, things just grow darker and darker for the kids as we find out just how the world came to be, the demon plantations and whatnot. Because you think when first reading this that it's going to be the case that the demons enslaved humanity and simply took over the planet when looking at how it's built up. But without knowing the true history, that is at the end of the day just a mere guess. So we found out in this chapter what was in fact the real history of the world they're living in, and Sang-yu reveals that this did in fact not begin 30 years ago at all as they previously thought, but closer to 1,000 years ago, and the timeline is not all that was wrong about this whole thing, because what actually happened with the world and how the world looked like that 1,000 years ago is beyond anything they could have ever imagined. So let's just go back 1,000 years and let's look at how the world seemed to be based on Sang-yu's description. He explains that originally the demons and humans coexisted on Earth, but not under very peaceful conditions. As Sang-yu puts it, the demons were the hunters and humans were the hunted. This is the situation that we had in the world 1,000 years ago, before the treaty. And later on, as these massacres of each other kept on going, a contract was signed, and this is where we got to the real crazy part about the chapter, because the world is in fact not run by demons, but the contract that they made is that on one side of the world humans will live, and on the other side the demons will live in peace. So the world is basically split in two, so to speak. They share the world equally and are not allowed to visit each other's half. And the fact that these children are on the demon side is where things get even better, because these kids are, how should I put this, they're the descendants of a parting gift left by the humans to ensure this peace. So them being controlled by the demons is simply their fate. It's just how it was supposed to be, and even to the humans, because they willingly handed over a handful of humans so that the peace between the two worlds could happen. A small price to pay, you might say. Emma and Ray, however, used their premium brains to make out that if this world is closed off, then where are the toys and everything coming from? Because the date of the items that are all delivered to the plantation had very interesting date stamps, so they managed to conclude that they must in fact be from the human side and not from the demons. And while they don't know for sure, they kinda suspect that Minerva himself is actually traveling between the two, despite that that's not supposed to be happening, or in fact be allowed. So it will be interesting to see what happens. So it will be very interesting to see what the future is between these two worlds, because I can see it being the case that there will be some kind of situation where the humans and demons are once again, you know, their worlds will overlap once more, like it did 1,000 years ago, possibly because of Minerva or even because of Emma and the others, because while they're smart, they're still kids and they may not think about things like the consequences it may have if they make it over to the other side. First of all, there won't be anyone who know who they are, and if they tell the truth, shit will probably escalate pretty badly, I imagine, since the treaty that they have is something that is in fact keeping the humans at peace with the demons. So if the demons somehow find out that the kids are on the human side, they'll have a reason to shut down this treaty with the humans, because the humans will then have stolen the property of the demons. So we may be seeing this conflict unfold once again as it did 1,000 years ago. It's really hard to tell though, but that's kinda how I'm seeing it right now, and I'm really interested to see what happens on that front. Anyway, I'll be ending the video here. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and as always, if you did, please like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, Perm, and I'll see you soon.